What is up, party people? Welcome back to another video here. We got an exciting update for Resto Druid because we got a ton of changes coming into the PTR for next patch that were put out yesterday. There is a little Wowhead post here. If you just search up 20th anniversary 11.05, this is probably going to come out like in a month or something like that. There were a bunch of changes in there to some new talents. So I did make a video yesterday about it because I wanted to try it in game. And we got it in game. So we're loaded up the PTR. We do have these changes in there. The only thing not in there right now is reactive resin. I don't know where it is. It says remove to the talent tree, but then also some people were saying it's now a passive, but I don't see it in either. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I will show you all of the other talents and kind of how where they are in the tree and how they work. All right, so let's get into it here. So it's class side, completely same. No changes to our hero talent so far. We're talking about the class tree here. So the first change here coming in is Twin Leaf, which is 2 Swiftman charges. Okay, this is compensated. I want to keep this up because it compensated NS's nerf by 40% in PvP, but you do have 2 charges. Okay, remember this is just, it's good because you do get an instant cast. Okay, so that's kind of a more important part about it. And NS does a lot of times it does overhealing. So it's not the biggest of deals. And if you do really feel the need, you actually can spec into 35% bonus healing on this. So this nerf is kind of offset if you do want to do that. So you still have 2 massive NSs, or you can even opt to a shorter cooldown. And with the 2 charges, a lot of instant gas. All right, next row here we have the next change. Tranquil Mind was moved over here, and they put in Wildwood Roots, which no one really plays Abundance in PvP. It's more of a PvE thing for having multiple rejuves up, but reduces the cast sum of regrowth by 5% per stack. But the interesting one is Send Ward, its cooldown is reduced by 10% or 10 seconds and increases duration by 20%. That is coupled with a 20% nerf to Send Ward. It's not the nerf to it. It's not that big of a deal because Send Ward doesn't really do a lot of healing. 400k over 10 seconds is not that much. Just for reference, it's like equal to like a regrowth with some hots on. So like it's not that big of a deal. The important part is that you are going to be having higher uptime on it, and the big reason you Send Ward people is for that extra hot to contribute to your mastery. Your mastery is everything as Resto Druid in terms of your healing output. So it's a nice addition there. The next new talent here is Renewing Surge. So the cooldown of Swiftman is reduced up to 40% based on the target's health. So Swiftman is baseline a 15-second cooldown. Let me calculatory this really quick. So 15 times 0.4. So it's 6 seconds off of the cooldown. So it's now an 11-second cooldown. But in the lower health cooldown people, or the lower health the target, the more cooldown reduction you get. But this one is also offset. It is 75% effective in PvP. So I would imagine, let me do some calculatories really quick. Calculations. So if it's 40% times, it'd be 75% of that. So it's 30%. And then you got 15 times, that'd be 5 seconds or 3 seconds off. So you're losing 3 seconds of the cooldown, which honestly is not that much, I guess. Right? Because it's 0.3, 4.5. Okay, so it's 4.5 seconds off of it. Wait, is that right? 30%? Yeah. Okay, so if you heal a low target health, you're gonna lose 4.5 seconds off of the cooldown of it. So it's more like 11. Did I just do that right? I'm sorry. Give me 1 second here. 15 times 0.4 was 6 seconds. Okay, yeah, duh. Wow, it has a 9-second cooldown in PvE. That's crazy. Anyway, so it's about almost a 10-second cooldown. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. All right. So you can get that. The next talent here is going to be the next row, I believe. No. Yeah, this stuff's all the same. They did make Harmonious Blooming a 1-point talent instead of 2, which frees up an extra point to take some of these new talents. Okay, everything's the same here, same here. They did change the icon for Swiftman, or Swiftman Convoke, which is kind of neat. The next one to change is Dream of Cenarius. So Dream of Cenarius now is 50% of the Wrath. I'm so happy about this because Dream of Cenarius was cool, but like it really wasn't practical because you had to have Heart of the Wild up, which is again not realistic in PvP. So, I mean, and then they came out with the new Mistweaver rework with the Ancient Teachings rework, which was exactly this, but for monks. And this is great. I think this is awesome. So now it's 50% of the healing all the time, and an extra 200% so an extra 150% for when you have Heart of the Wild open. So this is a buff to the current version a lot because you're getting 50% when you have Heart of the Wild up, and you're getting 50% all the time. Really nice change for I think you're really going to see a benefit of this in terms of like the Restokin build that I play, which is like with Sar Surge and Tree Form and having really high Tree Form uptime, and then yeah, just pumping out the wraths all day, man. That's gonna be great. So that's that one, and then the next, the last new one is Forest Flow. This one's not nerfed. Yeah, there's no nerf for PvP. It's Forest Flow. Okay, so Forest Flow is nerfed by 50%. Oh shit. Okay, so Forest. Damn, I was like excited about this talent, but I'm like, oh damn, it's that nerfed. So consuming clear casting. Also cast Nourish on a target at 60% effectiveness, preferring those with your hots on you. And it's 50% nerfed. Dang. Well, that's kind of a shame because I don't know if you're going to play that. Like, especially if y'all want to play a build with Cenarius, you're going to take Reforestation over that, I think. But if you, the nice thing about this, though, is if you did want to play Germination, you don't have to play Nurturing Dormancy anymore, and you want to just go down to like that. That's actually kind of nice, because at least you'll have that still. But... yeah, I guess it's just basically it's just a nice alternative to here. One thing I do wish they would change is getting down to Reforestation. Like Cenarius is pretty useless for most people, and like you need 2 points here, 2 points here, or 1 here. It's kind of annoying. Like they should have just made, you know, one of these 1. I think they should have made both of these 1, to be honest. I think it's kind of dumb, but whatever. So that is all of the things that you got. So the biggest takeaway from these talents is what I'm thinking is the probably the biggest one is the Swiftmend. Okay, getting that shorter Swiftmend is going to make Wildstalker actually a lot better because of how Swiftmend procs your symbiotic blooms, which is going to be really nice. Double NS is nice again, but I don't know, man. Maybe I feel like I don't need NS that often. Like NS is like a safety, but I guess you have 2 of them now. I don't know. I feel like it's not that big of a deal. I think the big deal is would be this. I thought the Nourish one's going to be a big deal, but if it's 50% nerf, man, I don't know. We'll have to experiment with it. So. But the Sen Ward extension is going to be really nice, and then the Dream of Cenarius is going to be really nice as well. So we'll kind of have to see how this comes out. There's probably going to be more changes coming out, I imagine. So, but that is kind of just what's going on right now. And yeah, this is the old tier set, by the way. So I don't know if I don't think I really need to show anything, but that's what we got so far, guys. So hope you guys are excited as I am for some new changes for Resto Druid because it is rough out there. And let me know if you guys have any questions down below. See you in the next one. Peace out.